Hey guys, welcome back to the Chelsweets kitchen. Today we're going to be making a really fun drip cake that has a melting ice cream cone and also has some sour gummy worms. So we're going to start off with our chocolate cake base and we're going to be frosting it with a light blue peanut butter buttercream. We're then going to be topping it with an ice cream cone filled with the same buttercream, and it's going to be melting off the cake once we cover it in this pink white chocolate ganache. We're also going to sprinkle some sprinkles on top, and of course we're going to incorporate the sour gummy worms. So now we're going to get started with the assembly of the cake. So we're going to put down a little dollop of buttercream in the center of our cake base to secure our cake. And we're going to start by just laying down our first layer. Make sure it's centered. And then to make sure that our cake stays nice and level, I'm going to use a piping bag to pipe on the filling. So we're going to continue now with our second layer. We're going to do this one more time. And now we're going to put on our last layer. So now we're going to take a look and make sure it looks like it's level. So I kind of want to shift it a little bit this way. Okay, I think that looks good. Alright, so now that we've let our inner frosting firm up, we're going to apply some thick ribbons around the exterior of the cake. So now that we have frosting on the entire exterior of the cake, we're going to take our cake bench and we're going to start smoothing. So you just want to apply an even amount of pressure, and you can wipe off whatever excess you have into a bowl. So for our first pass, this looks pretty good. We can see that we're still going to have to apply another layer because you can see some of the cake base showing through, but that's fine. We'll do this one more time and then I think we'll be good to go. And then for the top, if as you smooth it kind of pushes the frosting up, you can kind of just like go on top and pull it towards you. And then once you've done that, you can just do like a quick spin around to get the top smooth. So for our first pass, this looks pretty good. I think the top is going to need a little bit of leveling, but we'll worry about that in our next application of frosting. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge for about 10 minutes and then we're going to apply another coat and smooth again. Now that our cake is all smoothed, we're going to start with our ganache drizzles. So just to remind you guys, this is equal parts heavy cream and white chocolate chips. You pour your heavy cream into a microwave safe bowl, you heat it for about 1 minute depending on how much cream you put in. And then you pour in an equal amount, so if you use like a cup of heavy cream, you would use a cup of white chocolate chips. You let it sit for about 2 minutes and then you stir until it's fully incorporated. And at that point you can mix in any color you want. So today I'm doing a really vibrant pink, but you can do whatever color you'd like. Now we're going to drizzle on our ganache. And I'm using a squirt bottle, which I think makes the drizzling infinitely easier, but you can always use a spoon or whatever you have on hand. So we're going to do our first pass of drizzles right now. We'll see how far down those are going. Those look great. So we're going to go around and fill in any parts where we think it needs some more drips, and we're also going to just make another ribbon around the top. So our drips are coming along really nicely. We're going to keep filling in. So now we're just going to fill in the top with ganache, and we're just going to kind of swirl it around. And we're going to spread it with an offset spatula. We have all of our drips on, and I've added some more frosting to our buttercream ice cream cone. I'm going to place this right in the center of the cake. And I'm going to push it in pretty firmly. So we're now going to cover this in the same ganache so that it looks like it's the ice cream that's melting off the cake. So I'm going to spin this around. Now that we have the ice cream cone fully coated, we're going to sprinkle some sprinkles on top. So I have a giant jug that I use. And it's a really great blend that doesn't have any brown sprinkles, so it really is vibrant and fun to decorate with. So we're just going to sprinkle this over the top. So that's looking pretty good, and the last thing that we're going to do is put some sour gummy worms on it. Don't worry, I've already taste tested them. They're great. So the last step now is going to be to put some gummy worms around the top of the cake and around the base. Chelsweets approved. Thanks so much for joining me today. To see the recipe for this cake and all of my other sweets, you can check out chelsweets.com, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Chelsweets. Hope to see you guys soon!